The UK government's controversial Rwanda policy is back in front of MPs this week. Over the next 2 days, they will debate and vote on amendments to the legislation, which aims to get flights off the ground to deport asylum seekers who cross the English Channel and send them to Rwanda. Remember, the Supreme Court ruled last year that Rwanda isn't a safe country to send asylum seekers. This legislation would overrule that. It's a big test for Rishi Sunak. There are dozens of MPs on the right of his party that want the legislation to be tougher, so that judges in the UK and at the European Court of Human Rights can't stop those flights from getting off the ground, as they have done over the past 18 months. But there are other Tory MPs in the middle of the Conservative Party who say they won't allow the legislation to get any tougher. If it does, they won't support it. The Prime Minister is likely to suffer major rebellions on amendments over the next couple of days, but those amendments are still expected to pass. That puts pressure on the rebel MPs to decide, will they reject the legislation as a whole or vote for it? If they vote down the legislation, it's a huge blow for Rishi Sunak. It plunges his government into crisis. That's why we're not expecting that to happen. However, even if the legislation passes, it has to go to the House of Lords, where the government doesn't have a majority, and it can still be challenged in court. That means that the Prime Minister's goal of getting flights off the ground to Rwanda before a general election, well, that still hangs in the balance.